Just 10 more movies and then you'll see my top 10. So welcome to my fourth part. Uh, I hope you enjoy it as much as you did the first three, but I'm sure you will. So next up is Mommy, one of the movies that surprised me in a positive way. I've never heard of it, but I kind of liked it. It's a Canadian-French movie about a single mom and her violent son. Um, I liked it because it was very raw, I would like to say. It felt real. Maybe because I have a son of my own who's not violent, by the way. He's just 2, so we're not there yet. And hopefully we'll never be. But you'll never know, and maybe it will look like that. I like the movie. I do not know all the actors and actresses that were in it because I just don't know a lot of Canadian French actors. They talk French, so subtitles are recommended if you don't speak French. Only bad thing about the movie, well, bad. I thought it was way too long. There were a couple of shots that just didn't have to be there. They could have cut the movie way earlier, and it would still have been a good movie. So watch this if you can. Trainwreck, written by Amy Schumer, lead character played by Amy Schumer. I have to say, I don't like Amy Schumer that much. I just really don't like the way she portrays herself in movies or on television or ever. It's always like sex, 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 and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not for me. Like in this movie, when she wants to say that her mom is beautiful, she says her mom is fuckable. Who says his mom is fuckable? No one except Amy Schumer. However, throughout the movie, she did surprise me. I actually think she's a great actress. She did really well. She turned from that person into another. Let me tell you what the movie is about first. It's about Amy with commitment issues, and she kind of met the right guy, but doesn't know how to deal with that. And it's nice to see how she portrays that. And it was actually kind of nice. It was a good movie. So watch this one too if you can, if you find the time. Mad Max Fury Road. I'm a big fan of the original Mad Max movies. So this one was just not that great for me. I really don't understand why it's won an Oscar. It just felt like one big fight to me. It was a great visual fight. It just, no, I don't, it wasn't very exciting or thrilling, or it was, like I said, visually beautiful. Probably great acting also, or at least decent, because they've won an Oscar for the best movie, I think. But my heart is with the original Mad Max. So, sorry Tom Hardy who plays Mad Max. Sorry Charlize who plays Ferocia, I think. Sorry for all the supermodels who are in this movie. Who play all the wives of the bad guy. So yeah. If you didn't see all the original Mad Max, then you could watch this for sure. I like it, I think. Yeah. Most Violent Year with Oscar Isaac and Jessica Chastain. one thing to say about it. Boring. Spectre, the latest James Bond. I don't like James Bond movies. I really don't. I liked the last one, Skyfall, because it had a little more depth and background stories. So somebody told me that if I liked background stories, then I would love this one. It does have a lot of background. It just feels like another James Bond movie. It's always the same. Like the Mission Impossible movies. Someone's trying to destroy the world. James Bond needs to save it. And he always gets the girl. Did you know? I used to play spy once. Straight Outta Compton. It's a movie about the NWA. This rap group formed in the 80s, I think, with Dr. Dre and Ice Cube and Eazy-E is his name, I think. MC Ren, all those guys from back then. So it's kind of a biopic about the NWA. It was nice, I liked it, yeah. I really liked the casting. I especially thought it was a nice touch for the son of Ice Cube to play Ice Cube. Because my husband and I were like, oh, he really looks like Ice Cube. And oh my god, it's his son. So it was a nice surprise. And also the other characters were cast really well if you look at the pictures of back then. Yeah, so yeah, you should watch it. It's a nice movie. I liked it. Whiplash. It's about Miles Teller, who plays this young guy who wants to be a famous drummer. He gets chosen to play in this band, and this band has this teacher who believes he can get the best out of you by pushing you way, way, way too far. Violent and violently abusive too far. What I liked about it was that the character played by Miles Teller that was pushed so hard never gave up. I liked that, yeah. And the guy that played the teacher, what was his name? Yeah, J.K. Simmons. I think he did great, yeah. I thought he was really creepy and scary, and if he was yelling at me and throwing stuff at me like that, I would have cried and break down and never come back, and I would never touch my drumsticks again. Is it called drumsticks? It's more like chicken, right? Whatever. But I liked it. The Good Dinosaur, the second Pixar movie in 2015. It's about this little dinosaur. He's the smallest from the nest. His brother and sister are way bigger than him and tougher. He's just small and scared of everything. One day he gets lost with his dad, and his dad dies. And then it's just him, his mom, his sister, and his brother. Then another day, he finds the one responsible for the death of his dad. So he follows him and obviously gets lost and doesn't know his way back home. The one responsible for the death of the daddy dinosaur is this little human who acts like a little dog. So the little dinosaur named Arlo can speak like humans, and the little human named Spot acts like a dog. So they end up together, hang out together, and become friends, of course. And then comes the time they have to split, separate, and that's, of course, that is, yeah, heartbreaking. Pixar and Disney, of course, are known for their heartbreaking stories. I cry all the time at Disney movies. Yeah, so this was no exception. I liked it. I just did not like it as much as Inside Out and Big Hero 6, who are actually also in this list. It Follows. Another horror movie in this list. It's about if you have sex with someone, something will follow you until you have sex with someone else, and then it will follow that person. So, moral of the story, don't have sex, I think. My cousin saw this one and he was like, oh my god, it's awesome! So I was really excited to see it. I don't share his opinion. It was just... however, I think the idea of the movie is okay. It might be just executed fine. It's just you don't get any closure. We don't get to see possible spoilers, by the way. Yeah, we don't get to see where the ghost is coming from in the past. I mean, what the ghost wants. And it's not defeated, I guess. It's still out there, which is not a bad ending. It's just, I do need more closure than just this. I really wanted to know where did this thing come from and what does it want, instead of just following people who have sex. So, but maybe that's just my thing. I don't know. So if you don't want a ghost to follow you, don't have sex. Avengers Age of Ultron. I really loved the first part of the Avengers. I thought it was funny and entertaining. This one was also nice, but just not as good as the first one. What I really hated was how I disliked Tony Stark in this one. I didn't like his jokes. I didn't like him, I guess. And maybe that's a good thing, because he is a really on the edge kind of person in this one. And maybe that's why I'm Team Cap all the way. So that was my fourth part of this list, and now it's time for my top 10. I hope you're ready for it.